What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're gonna talk about the Black Order. Last week the envoys announced that the Black Order were going to get a rework. Then they were testing the Black Order on the test server, and it seemed like the Black Order was very bad. Is that the case on the live server? This is what we're gonna find out. We're gonna compare them. We're gonna use them on certain matches and see if they're gonna be good enough or not. Are they able to punch up against meta teams? And if they're going to be relevant enough, because the depiction that we have from the envoys was not great. If you take a look at their videos, you can see that almost everyone agrees that Black Order rework are trash and that they don't feel good. You can see pretty much all of the content creators that are relevant are saying that the Black Order is trash, it's a bait, is whatever. Yeah, it definitely felt like it was like that in their videos, but it might not be the case. And this might be because of something that is not even their responsibility. It's that the test server always has all kinds of bugs because of different clients that the test server has, and the test server might have the Black Order rework kits but not the rework stats, and because of that they were lackluster in their performance. So this piece of misinformation might not be caused by the envoys, it might just be from the developers that didn't fix the test server. Either way, we're gonna take a look at them in action and see if this is gonna be a team that you should invest in or not. As always, if you like information on these videos, make sure to chat with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content and make sure to smash that like button. Okay, let's take a look at this very iconic team in action and see if they're going to be able to provide anything to us or not. Okay, so let's take a look at Black Order in action. They were supposed to be a gamma counter, so let's use them in that specific counter. We're going to punch up 200k, which is a decent amount for this team. And we have to remember that Gamma, they have Isolate Blue level 4, Isolate Blue level 5, so they definitely have an advantage over Black Order. My Thanos, Ebonimo, and Call Obsidian, they are okay geared, but the other guys are not as much. Okay, so you're gonna spread those positive effects. The position of the team and Isolate is probably not the best for this specific scenario, but this is something that we're gonna try to see in the near future. You always want to try to remove the positive effects from the enemies with your Thanos, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's remove that taunt. If we can, no we can't, and that's because I have, I think I have Raider still on the Isolate of my Ebony Maw, and Raider on Corvus Glaive. I apologize, it's late, it's like what, 4 in the morning? Okay, great. Okay, so now we're gonna flip that taunt, and one problem with Black Order is that they lose their buffs way too fast, and it's unfortunate because this team cannot shine the way they are supposed to because of that. Okay, so Braun is gonna try to copy all those positive effects. You might want to adjust on how you play with this team, because it might be better to just hold on to the Thanos special and then use it on this specific situation when they get full of buffs, right? They're gonna copy all those buffs from Gamma or from the Black Order, and then you can just remove them. Okay, can you remove that taunt? That would be great. Yeah, it's something that is quite annoying, is the death proofs that Gamma gets. Let's try to finish off these guys over here. She-Hulk has the slow, so she might be able to ult to it. Let's smash with a basic. Cool, isolate attack, great. Okay, there we go, we deleted 2 of them. Now let's delete this Abomination, because his drain can actually be quite problematic, doing some additional attacks. And now let's try to remove that taunt, so we can finish off the Abomination. And yeah, it's a little bit problematic. As you can see, they are not like absolutely dominant, because or we don't have the right isolate, or because we are not using the abilities properly. because yeah, you can definitely save the special and the other abilities for a situation where you can flip the positive effects into negative effects that Braun copies. But either way, as you can see, we have the full team still alive, at least for now. And now we're gonna prioritize Braun, and then we're gonna try to finish this off, leaving OG Hulk for last. I think it's very important for us to stun that Abomination, because otherwise it's just going to do too much problems for you, like removing positive effects, damage, stuns. Those are all things that you don't want to deal with, and I think that's the best kill order for this specific situation. So we are going to just get out of here. Now it's just a matter of time before we can deal up with this Hulk, but as you can see, Black Order can defeat them even punching up 200k. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the Black Order versus Unlimited X-Men. We are doing a 400k punch up, and of course you should only use this team if the medbay is down, otherwise they're gonna have Safeguard. Does it even matter if they have Safeguard or not? Well, I don't know. What I figured out is that you just want to apply negative effects to them as fast as possible, so you can trigger the passive of Dazzler, so she flips all the negative effects into positive effects, and this is actually going to help you out. So they pushed two of our characters below 50% health, and now you're going to flip all of those effects into negative effects. And Rogue, she's going to ability block that guy, and you are kind of good to go. So we're going to apply offense down to Gambit, which is great, it will protect our characters. We are using Corvus Glaive in the middle because he's kind of weak and you want him to get more speed bar compared to the other characters. And you can see that the damage from Call Obsidian and Thanos is quite significant, and they are able to ship away this big... what is the name of this team? Unlimited X-Men. Okay, so after Rogue taunts and whatever, you kind of want to make sure that Dazzler dies. And this is because whenever she dies, she's going to give you a bunch of barrier and immunity. Gambit is almost on his knees as well. We're going to try to finish him off. And as soon as you finish those two characters, Dazzler and Gambit, we are pretty much good to go. Okay, so let's taunt once again with this guy. Now we're going to try to finish off that Gambit. Gambit is gone. Now we're going to finish off the... what's his name? Sunfire as well. Let's apply vulnerability to Dazzler. Sunfire gets wrecked, and now let's one-shot this Dazzler. And you can see that we get the barrier and the immunity, and this is going to be quite significant. Okay, so now Rogue, she has a taunt. Now because Gambit is gone, she's not going to be able to go through stealth, and then we're going to smash that Phantom X because he is, as always, useless. Okay, remove the taunt, there we go. Remove these, finish it off, and yeah. So as you can see, like, the team can do a few things, but it's definitely not impressive. The team just doesn't feel good, and even if they have the stats or the mechanics to destroy some of these teams, overall they just feel way too difficult for you to use. Now you're going to take a look at Black Order versus Heroes for Hire. This is something that is quite popular in Alliance Wars defense, especially when you replace Iron Fist with some character that pre-taunts, like Absorbing Man, like Drax, Red Guardian, Bishop, and so on. Okay, so we're gonna try to apply offense down to some of these mofos that we are facing, trying to reduce the damage output that they do. But unfortunately, because of Thanos spreading the positive effects because he spreads positive effects, that means that Shang-Chi is really gonna do some massive amount of damage to us. Okay, we're gonna flip those negative effects into positive effects. We're going to do some massive amount of damage to Colin Wing, and we're going to try to remove her positive effects, which sometimes happens, other times not really. You can see that with the counter attack she's going to die again. That means that she is gaining more positive effects. Now we're going to use the ultimate with the Thanos. Once again, if they have vulnerabilities, you can kind of remove the positive effects on them. Let's use now the defense up with this guy. Now we're gonna get a double kill with Call Obsidian. Now we are going to stun. No, we're not gonna stun now. We can stun this girl instead because she's going to taunt against us. And now let's apply negative effects to her, including slow. Okay, we're gonna attack Shang-Chi, making sure that we remove that offense up. Great. And now we are going to remove that offense up from Misty Knight. There we go, nice. Counter attacks for days, great. We can remove this charge because yes, why not? Since he has no counter attacks. Colin Wing finish Misty Knight finishes off that guy Ebony Maw, and now we have just Shang-Chi, which on his own he can still cause a lot of problems. So let's see if you're gonna still be able to destroy him or not. Once again, taunted to Call Obsidian, isolate attack, and now smash him in the face also with isolate attack, and Thanos finishing him off. Now we're going to take a look at the teams that the Black Order cannot beat, including the Infestation team. And this team, you almost can beat them, almost. If you're punching down, if your Black Order is like gigantic and you are punching down against Infestation, you might be able to beat them. Might. It's very luck based. And one of the reasons why, it's because you can kind of remove the buffs from the enemies, as you can see right now. And if your team is beefy enough to survive this onslaught from the enemy team, you could maybe survive. So once again, maybe if you're doing like 500k punch down or something, you might be able to win, but don't expect too much from the Black Order. Okay, so you can see one of the problems is the disrupts, the trauma, the slows, all of that. Especially the trauma, because you're gonna flip and you cannot flip anything. So this is why your team, you have to be so massive so you can hold up until you are actually able to do anything. So Infestation, Black Order cannot beat them, and so it's once again punching down maybe, but I would not even try because you have better options than that, like Infinity Watch. Now you're going to take a look at the new Avengers, right? Okay, new Avengers versus Black Order. This is very, very interesting. And I already sent a message to the community manager, Archangel. I don't know if he saw or not because he is not allowed to talk with me. But it's pretty hilarious. So look at that. Thanos does not get any Infinity Stones. Thanos does not get any Speed Bar. Thanos does not get anything. And once again, that shows a big design flaw on his kit, because he's supposed to get the Infinity Stones at the beginning of the match and not on spawn. But because of that, the team doesn't even work. It doesn't even work. I actually tried. So he's not getting any Speed Bar. As you guys can see, he cannot even get empowered. It's so hilarious that he cannot even get empowered. And I even tried to use Dormammu just to make sure that Thanos has his own turn, to see if he gets any stones or not. And it's not even the case. It's so hilarious that it seems like no one tested this out, or I don't know what to say. It's just ridiculous on how this team works. And the fact that they're absolutely shut down. It's so embarrassing. I don't know what to say. It's just so strange. Did anyone test this out? Did anyone notice that Thanos absolutely does not work when you put these characters against each other? It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And there is nothing on the new Avengers kit saying that characters cannot get empowered or anything like that. And the additional speed bar that they get after spawn, it also does not work. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it shows that the Black Order rework was rushed, and it was pretty much made pointless because like the team as a whole doesn't make any sense. Okay, so now that we saw Black Order in action, is this a team that you should be looking out to gear up or not? In my opinion, I don't know, wait and see. I still think they are going to be announced to be part of the legendary requirements, the same way they force us to gear up Wakanda and Bionic Avengers for Archangel. They might also announce new Avengers, which is also a trash team, and the Black Order, also another trash team, in order for us to unlock the next legendary, and especially because both of these teams are quite expensive to gear up. The other team has the Thing and Agent Coulson, which is super expensive to gear up. This team has Call Obsidian, Ebony Mob, Proxima Midnight, that are also super expensive to gear up. We also have the same uniques on this team with some of the characters on the Secret Defenders team, with which a lot of people geared up, including Black Cat and Call Obsidian, sharing the same centerpiece unique. So I feel that is 99% confirmed that they're going to be announced as a legendary requirement. So overall, they are okay for Alliance Wars. They are not as bad as the Envoy said they were. They can punch up significantly against certain teams. They also have the tier crafting component where you can replace some character like Proxima Midnight, drop a Dormammu there, Quicksilver there, Apocalypse there, Doctor Doom, Super Scroll. There are characters that you can plug and play on this team and make them a lot better. The flip of Thanos is still going to be extremely important and so on, but they are definitely not a good team, and they are not even comparable to Infinity Watch. Infinity Watch is still way superior. Their abilities and the flow of battle feels way better. That does not feel with the Black Order, and because of that, I have to say that you have to be very careful with them. Now, something they can be useful right now to you is against Bifrost. So if you are struggling with Bifrost on room 2, I mentioned this on my live stream that you should try out Black Order against the Bifrost, and people said it actually works very well. So the question right now is, what is the range of power that you need to use Black Order versus Bifrost? Can you punch up? Can you punch down? I don't know that yet, but hopefully that will be something that we can answer in the very near future. And if I have the opportunity, I'm going to use my Black Order against the Bifrost and see what are we actually able to do. So that's going to be the video, guys. And I know this is not like super positive. This is a quite iconic team. A lot of people were really looking forward to see the Black Order rework being very solid. But once again, it's not because of their stats. It's because of their mechanics. They are just lackluster in the mechanics. The cooldowns are too long. The flow of combat is not good. And Thanos feels very not powerful at all. He feels so weak. His base damage is a little bit low. But like I said, they can do some cool things in the right scenario, some actually very impressive things. But you guys let me know, have you guys been playing out with your Black Order? Were you waiting for more information if you're going to decide to give them up or not? What are your thoughts now after watching this video? You think that you're going to invest to use them against Bifrost, or is this something that is still not good enough for you to invest in, because the Cosmic Crucible season is also about to end? Let me know all of that in the comments below, and as always, if you found information on this video helpful, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.